So I'm making this video probably a little late since the comments were made, I think on Saturday, or I don't know, Friday, maybe Friday evening, of Zidane on Gareth Bale's situation, where he said that they're looking forward to him finally moving on and leaving the club and getting situated with his new club and things like that. And it's pretty disrespectful in the sense that he just came out there and said it in a press conference and not taking him into account and things like that. And I just want to read the quote so you can see him for yourself as well. And so Real Madrid or Real played a friendly against Arsenal, or will play a friendly against Arsenal, leaving Zidane potentially facing more questions over Bale. In the pre-match press conference 24 hours earlier, it was after the defeat to Bayern Munich, Zidane said, "We hope he leaves soon. It would be the best for everyone. We are working on his transfer to a new club, to a new team," basically. And these were his words, basically the ones in quote. And I don't see them in ill intent or in a bad intent. And I want to explain myself on this because they never really had the best of relationships. And I feel like a lot of the drive and motivation that Gareth Bale showed in his early move to Real Madrid that season, that wonder season that he had at Spurs before he came, is basically gone, you know. I haven't really seen Gareth Bale be the player that everybody hypes him up to be since like 2016, basically. Basically entering 2017, it's just been a fall from grace. And with all the injuries, with all the inconsistencies, with all the, I don't know, just him not even knowing Spanish after living 6 years in Spain. Like, I don't know, it just seems like a lack of motivation. And Zidane sees that. He doesn't want that in his team. And I could see why he wants him to move, because he's ready to move on to something else. And Gareth Bale isn't any younger, you know. He's 30 years old. But he told this to Ramon Calderon. And he said, "I think it's sustainable for everyone, for the player, the coach, and the club." He told this to Sky News. Zidane discarded him a long time ago. He said he wanted to keep Cristiano Ronaldo and sell Bale, and the president didn't follow that advice, so that's why he left the club in 2018. Basically, he said more things also, saying that there might be another move, and he doesn't think it's a bad thing of what Zidane said, but in my opinion, it was what Zidane was thinking. And I guess Florentino Perez like basically screwed up in this whole operation, you know, because you have this 50 goal plus player, but because they say that he thinks he's bigger than the club, but all he's shown is professionalism and bringing titles to the club. They just disrespected him. And as well, Zidane felt the same thing, and he saw that what was coming for Real Madrid, so he got out as quickly as possible. And you could see, you know, the BBC is kind of overly hyped, but I just see it's just Cristiano, man. He's a player that astonishes, you know. It's a once in a lifetime type player, you know, and especially with his work ethic and just how physically fit and athletic he is. A lot of the goals that he does, a lot of the things he does as well on the pitch, it can't be done by somebody else. And that's just, I don't know, they just unvalued him in my opinion. And then just this other one I want to read about Bale's agent, Jonathan Barnett. He branded Zidane as a disgrace, and the teammates of the forward expect him to leave the Bernabeu and rate China as his most likely destination. Bayern and Premier League clubs are likely to be able to afford Bale, which leaves Paris Saint-Germain as a club are unlikely to be able to put a package together to get him, to keep him in Europe, basically. And I mean, you know, this Neymar thing has also been going on this whole freaking summer, and you know my feelings on that. I don't want him at Barcelona. I'd rather him go to Madrid. But knowing Zidane, the manager he is, if he doesn't want Bale's more professional than Neymar, so I don't see why he would go for Neymar. It doesn't seem to fit the mold of what Zidane wants. And then like even today, Gareth Bale, his net is to net £20 million, signing on a bonus if he chooses to leave Real Madrid for the Chinese Super League, basically. because he's gonna get a bonus automatically if he signs for these one of these Chinese Super League clubs. And they were even saying that he might even win £1 million a week. A week, that's insane, in my opinion. But this is what this man wants, I guess. I don't know. I guess he wants to stay. He wants to be in Europe. He wants to be in Madrid. But Madrid doesn't want him anymore, and I feel that they should let him go, because he's already on like 350,000 pounds a week, or some reports were even saying 600,000 pounds a week, and I think that's insane, especially for Bale. If you're not going to be showing it on the pitch, you're not going to be the player that supposedly you were supposed to be. By this time, he should be in his peak and be hitting those crazy numbers, maybe at least getting close to what Cristiano did. And he just failed to live up to the hype, you know. I see this right here, like the Gareth Bale that we saw when he first came in, those first 2 years of it, of him being at Real Madrid compared to these last two. It's a whole different story, you know. The first 3 years were basically good, not even really counting that last year of his, I guess, the 2016 year, basically half of it. And then to now, it's just different, you know. Gareth Bale was like that wonder kid that freaking scored that goal in the Champions League final. He scored in the Copa del Rey final to give them the Copa del Rey. He scored in all these important games. He looked focused. He looked determined. He looked like he was trying to be somebody as well, try to be even better for the club. And you could just see the transformation he made, you know. Like, this is him when he first got there in 2013, then when he showed back up for training in 2015. 2015 season, 15-16. I could just see the amount of impact that he just shows, and like the amount of dedication he put into his body to look like that. But it's way different now. Like, I mean, if you look at him now, he's looking more like when he came into the club. He's like skinny again. He's just been a disappointment, basically. They gave him this whole season to show out, to be the main man, to be the top dog at the club, to be what Florentino Perez thought he was going to be what this imaginary fantasy that he thought he was going to be, the main man. And who needs Cristiano when you have Gareth Bale, you know? But it all went to crap. It all went to shit, you know. Gareth Bale's not the player that he's supposedly marketed as or whatever. But I feel like there is still hope. I mean, he showed instances of hope, almost qualifying for the 2018 World Cup with Wales, getting to like the semis with Wales as well in the Euros, the 2016 Euros. But I feel like during that time he was in his decay. He wasn't really focused, and I don't know. I just don't see it from him. I don't see that drive, that motivation. I see him more happy for what he's going to do on the weekend, like freaking go golfing or something, than just being focused on the game. And I feel like it is time for a move. Maybe that new set of, that new destination, that new set of drive of maybe getting a move to Tottenham, maybe making them champions of the league, them getting into the Champions League. I don't know, something different, you know. And I feel like maybe Gareth Bale would benefit from that as well. Being under a top manager like Mauricio Pochettino would be amazing, you know. But Bale seems to be moving more for a monetary gain than for, I don't know, quality and things like that, just being more competitive in the game. And I don't see this happening, but I wish it would. It would be a great signing for Tottenham. But yeah, this is just basically all I gotta say for it. We'll see what happens. I don't know, but this is all I gotta say. I hope you liked the video. I hope you subscribe to the channel, and peace out.